Dak is back. Us Cowboys win the NFC East, baby. This motherfucking season.
You sound like a goofy ass fan because you was a fucking.
Welcome back to the Hood Report. Today, we're diving into the NFL's two of the toughest divisions in the NFL. The NFC East, where the champs are, and the AFC North. Two powerhouse conferences that have powerhouse teams. We're going to go through their offseason acquisitions. We're going to go through things that shook the teams up. And we're going to break down all the moves they made and let you know, based on those things, where we believe they're going to finish. And from there, you can take to the bank because the Hood Report said so. Starting off today, we're going to start with the NFC East division, the division of the champs. Gentlemen, rules are the same as last time. 4-1, first place team. At the end, running. Q, you up first.
Woo, me first? Oh man, here we go. Well, we're going to get right to this and get right to number 4. Number 4 is them damn Giants. Yes, I said it. I don't care because they got Russell and all that, and Jameson and all that. They still in disarray. So I put them guys, they really haven't done too much in the offseason. They lost a wide receiver and a few other players. So, I'm not really feeling them. So they're going to be 4th. I got them finishing 7-10. And that's a stretch. But we're going to give them 7-10. All right? Next on the list is that America's team, right? That America's team, them Dallas Cowboys, right? Yeah.
They might be one of my teams.
Yeah. I don't know how long you're going to ride with that. But 30 years since they have made it to the NFC Championship. What the fuck? When is this team going to get off their ass and do something? Enough is enough, They do have a tough schedule. They got 6 straight games with teams that won 11 games this year. So, that's going to be a pivotal punch for them. They're going to have to get their shit together for that. As we all know, they added George Pickens. They added linebacker Kenneth Murray. And they added a wide receiver, cornerback, Kamir Elam. So, they added a few players to that, but they lost a lot. They lost a lot more than they added. And their defense, I'm telling you, in this division, when you got to be able to stop the run for the two powerhouse teams, they're going to fall short on that. So, I got them finishing 8-9. That's number 3. That's my 3rd place team. All right? Number 2 was a team that kind of shocked us, even, shocked us in here in Detroit a little too much last year. And that's going to be my Washington Redskins. They got the easiest schedule out of the 4 teams in the division, believe it or not. They do. They lost some players. They lost a defensive tackle, Jonathan Abner, a wide receiver, tackle. But guess what? They added all those guys too. And on top of that, they added Deebo Samuel, which is going to be great for that young quarterback. So we're gonna get them a 10-7. You know what I'm saying? Getting into the playoffs at 10-7. Number 1 needs no introduction. They've been kicking ass. They just gave them their rules so they can still do their little tush push, get their push on. So they're gonna be doing their thing, and that is the Philadelphia Eagles. They lost some players. Yes, they lost Josh Sweat, Brandon Graham. Defensive tackle Milton Williams. They lost a few players, but they also added a lot of players too, and they kept themselves irrelevant in where they're going to be. So I got them finishing 13 and what's it, 13-4? 13-4. Okay. And that's my first place team for the NFC.
Predictable fucking list. He read it right off of the web, right off the internet. Motherfucker did look up players. So it's predictable as fuck. But Mark, why don't you go ahead and give feedback on the list?
Actually, I think this was pretty good. I think this is pretty good. Because this division really wasn't that hard to predict. It really wasn't, because we already know who's at number 4. Them goddamn Giants, Come on. Giants is just a bad fucking organization, and they have shown that. Now, in the last couple of years, they've just been a bad organization. Because as soon as they made that trade for Barkley, and they gave it to their arch rival in the division, I knew they were just going to be garbage. And then not only that, they picked up this boy Dart instead of picking up Shedeur Sanders. That was a big mistake, and that's going to make them pay. They will be at number 4. And in the NFC East, they will be number 4. At number 3, I'm sorry, America. But Dallas is going to be at number 3 because Dallas ain't really do shit in this offseason. They picked up a receiver that's probably going to be more of a headache. He's going to be more of a headache than he is going to be productive on the field. That is my opinion in Pickens because that's how he was in Pittsburgh. He's more of a headache than anything. So I just think that's a bad mix. The question marks on defense for Dallas. Now, the ones I will say, they had a lot of injuries last year on defense. They did have a lot of injuries on defense. They are getting a lot of these guys back. We'll see how that goes. But I think it's going to be another bad season for Dallas. That's just my opinion.
Absolutely.
Number 3, that's where they belong at. And number two, is going to be the upcoming team that came up last year, and it's the Washington Redskins. Washington Redskins. Now, the one thing they do have to worry about with the sophomore jinx at quarterback. They do have to worry about that.
But Denver didn't.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, motherfucker. I'm just making sure.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you had something to say. But with the offensive pieces that they picked up the offensive lineman. They picked up Tunzo from Houston. They picked up and they picked up Big Debo Sanders to help them out. I think they're gonna be fine on the offensive side of the ball with Jaden Daniels. Yes. The same way I say about Bo Nix, I'm gonna tell you about this boy right here. This boy is the real deal, and they will be okay. So watch it at number 2 in the NFC East. Yes. At number 1, I can't knock it. Now, the one thing that we didn't mention, nobody mentioned so far, it's still early, but nobody mentioned that this team won a Super Bowl last year, and they were the second youngest team in the league last year. They were very young, and they still got it done winning the Super Bowl. They lost. Now, they did lose their cornerbacks. They lost Big Play Slay. That was a big loss, and they also lost Gardner Johnson. But they got that boy Mitchell, which last year was a rookie that played good, and they picked up Ringo that they picked up in 2023. So their secondary is a question mark with their secondary, but Mitchell actually played good last year as a rookie, and I think they're gonna be okay, and I think they will win the NFC East. Yes, number 1.
Neither one of these motherfuckers did any homework. They just went straight off the internet. So,
okay, well, I can't read your list. Hey,
I'm not gonna read it straight from the.
Tell me that Dallas is number 1.
The NFC East is easy.
I'm not gonna read it straight from the computer and shit. Right? I'm gonna go to NFL.com and let NFL.com get my prediction, motherfucker. I'm gonna give it the real.
I watch the game.
You know, Fairweather fan got a little personal heart in this.
Like you the only nigga that watch the game. Get the fuck out of here.
Fairweather fan got
that bullshit.
I got
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Tweety. You up?
Yeah. Okay. For the NFC East, number 4 on mine is the Giants. Like everybody else said.
That's obvious.
Yeah,
that's obvious. But they did pick up Abdul Carter. That boy gonna be a beast.
Ain't mad about that.
That boy gonna be a beast. That offensive line is gonna be a beast.
Plus, defensive line.
Defensive line. That's the offensive line?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Defensive line. Going to be a beast out there.
Question marks, America. Question marks. All right, go ahead.
With dual Carter?
No, what you saying, offensive line and defensive line, so you're fucking it up. All right, but go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead. All right. Go ahead. Fuck it up. It's your list. Fuck it up if you want to. Go ahead.
Number 3, it's going to be the Commanders. Number 3 going to be the Commanders. Because I think their quarterback, he's going to take a step back. Daniels, I think they're going to take a step back for the sophomore jinx.
Okay. I want to see this shit. Okay.
You know what I mean? You know, because Dallas number 2. Because Dallas always they got a strong the season. They always get 11, 12 wins a season.
What?
They always.
All right, man. Fuck
But-
that
12 wins
tweet.
for the season.
Except last year, but he right.
Oh, you ain't
Always.
right. You done said
Yeah,
that.
I am right.
Hold on,
I think
wait.
except
How you gonna
last
say
season.
he's right? But he said, but except last year. So how the
Except
fuck is he
last
right?
season.
Except last year.
That's only 1 year. That's 1 year.
Come on now.
That's 1
They
year.
get,
Okay.
they
All right.
get over 11, 12 wins
Okay.
every season, except
Dallas.
last year. Dallas, yes. But they ain't gonna do shit in playoffs. But they gonna get there in the regular season. They gonna be ready to see the champs, but they ain't gonna do shit in the playoffs.
All right.
Number 2, and y'all know who number 1. Them champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Ain't nothing else to be said about that. Barkley, he gonna be the number 2 running back in the league, behind Genty.
Yeah, I know you drunk.
Man,
I had to put that
Genty.
shit
Oh
in
my
there.
God.
Yeah, I had to put that shit in there.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
That-
I had to throw that shit in there.
That shit was for the last episode, not today, motherfucker. Like, what the fuck are you doing? All right.
Throw that shit in there.
Uh,
Hey, so I got Giants, Washington, Dallas, and the Eagles.
Okay.
NFC East.
That's some bullshit, but okay.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's he switched it up a little bit. At least he gave his thoughts and injected some shit. Like
Yeah,
I'm about to do.
And there's some goofy thoughts, but go ahead. Just like
So-
yours about to be some goofy thoughts, because you gonna say Dallas gonna win the division. I can't wait to hear this shit.
I want people to hear me from here in Arizona to
Shit.
at the crib in Detroit,
Yeah.
all across America,
Mm-hmm.
and Bangladesh. I want everybody to hear my fucking list. Because here we go, baby. I'm about to run it. First and foremost, coming in 4th place, this is the one spot that's not a surprise. Because it almost didn't matter what the fuck they did, who the fuck they picked up. I don't care if you got Russell Wilson, if you got Jackson Dart, if you got James, you throw James in there, let him throw a couple picks. It don't matter what you do. They got a little bit of talent, they'll be better. But I'll tell you, the Giants finish in last place, 4th place in the NFC East. And they're going to, I think they're going to be 7-10. I think they're slight improvement, slight change. No, that's the most obvious fucking pick of the whole fucking
The whole
season.
thing.
Yeah. Number 3, NFC East is going to be the Washington Commanders.
Get the
And why I say that
here.
is,
Crazy.
and why I say that is because
Because
sophomore slump is fucking real. You niggas don't believe it, you're gonna see it. I think Jaden's gonna play good. I love Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Hey, he played here in Arizona for a couple of years, baby.
Yeah.
I wouldn't saw the boy in person, but they made a lot of good moves. They added Debo Samuel.
mm-hmm.
I think they still need a back that's going to be a little bit more elusive and be able to break the big one. Brian Robinson, that ain't his style. He's a 4-yard carry guy. He'll get his 4 yards. They need somebody explosive to help offset what Jaden Daniels brings to the table. But I would say this, with the Washington Redskins and all their additions, they got, when you look at it, some tough games. They got Green Bay in week 2. They go to Atlanta in week 4. They go to the Chargers in week 5. They got to go to KC in week 8. Then you look at the other, they play Denver. That's probably a win. They play Denver in week 13. And they play the regular division games. So I think with that, I think they still do enough to get to the playoffs. So I'm saying number 3 in the division at 10-7, and they make the playoffs. Book it. That's the Washington Commanders are going to be in 3rd place, 10-7.
That's some bullshit.
Next.
Go ahead, Keith. Go ahead.
Now, if I say all 3 of the top teams make it, then that means the next 2 fucking make it.
Oh,
So-
hell no.
What that
Okay, go
tells
ahead.
you is this. What I tell you this. I think all the teams, both of these teams are solid. I think Dallas has the benefit of
Oh, my
so
God.
that is going to
Shit.
that's gonna make a
When the
difference.
fuck did that get here?
That's
go
gonna make a
ahead.
difference.
Okay.
So what I would say is this. And last thing, I think it's a slight little fact that you motherfuckers don't know, and none of you motherfuckers say it, but the last repeat winner of the division, the NFC East, was in 2004. 2004. 21 years since you had a repeat winner division. And it ain't gonna fucking happen this year. The champs go second place
You
in
sound
the NFC
goofy as
East.
hell.
The
You
champs
sound
still have a
goofy
great
as hell.
season. The champs still play great. They got some tough fucking games too. They start off week 2. They play at Kansas City. They play at the Rams at home. They play at Tampa. They play Denver. That's a win. Now they play Denver at home.
Yeah.
They play Green Bay at Green Bay. They play the Chargers in LA. And they play Buffalo in Buffalo. What I would tell you, they're champs. They're going to fight through the schedule. They're still going to have a great record, but I would tell you, it won't be as good as it was last year. But they're still a legitimate Super Bowl contender. They're number one choice as far as the odds are concerned. So I'm not going to disrespect the champs. I love the champs. As a matter of fact, both of these teams going to playoffs. Both of these teams are on my fucking list.
Playoffs.
These two are my teams.
Playoffs.
These two are my teams.
Y'all
niggas heard it here
Magic Draft.
Philadelphia goes to finish in second place.
Oh shit!
They finished second place, and they're going to be 11-6.
You started this shit, Tweety. You the one that moved him up a little bit, and then he took the shit to the fucking moon.
By the process of fucking elimination, it ain't hard for you niggas to figure out who I got finishing in first place. They picked up a wide receiver for the other side, opposite CeeDee Lamb. Pickens, a guy that, a one-on-one ball, you can just throw it up. Throw that motherfucker up. Pickens coming down with that bitch. Hey, number two thing, as I told you, Dak is fucking back. Dak is back.
Dak is on crack.
The $60 million man that got hurt last year, Tweety,
whatever they were,
is back. And Dak is going to have a big year. They say that the offense that Schottenheimer is put together, it's kind of like that his daddy used to run. They say Dak's going to have a
Dak's been hurt since fucking 2000.
Dak is going to have a great season. They picked up Miles Sanders from Philly. Philly gave him a running back. They picked up another running back in the draft. They picked up Blue, that boy Blue from Texas. Y'all going to find out about these Cowboys. And
about their defense.
They heavily focused on defense. Defense is all they drafted in the fucking draft. Defense, they solely went after defense. So what I'm telling you is this,
but they gave them
12-5, finishing in first place in the NFC East because nobody has been a repeat division winner in 21 years. These motherfuckers don't know it. Right? That don't
mean shit. That don't mean shit.
Another one of my teams.
Oh no! You said it right.
At the top of the division, the Dallas Cowboys win the NFC East, baby. This motherfucking season.
You sound like a goofy ass fan because you're a fucking Dallas Cowboy fan. Like I said all this time.
As we can see,
like I said,
as we can see, America.
Cowboy fan. So you can fool everybody else talking about I got 20 teams, but look. Dallas is your fucking team, and you sound like a fucking fan.
And one of my teams.
America.
No, I'm just
people from around the world. He just exposed himself as Dallas to being his team. Dallas is supposed to be at the bottom of this division.
Hold on, listen. I'm just against lining up and just reading what NFL.com got to say. That's what you're supposed to do. No. I'm not gonna read off the script.
I got news for you.
No.
I got news for you. I got news for you. Don't nobody watch this shit more than me. And shit, I didn't gotta go to NFL.com. I watch this shit myself. I don't need to listen to nobody else.
Well, keep
watching. My thoughts come from right here.
Keep watching, motherfuckers. If you miss something,
please.
At least we went to the sheet and not the fucking crack fight going with fucking Dallas, motherfucker.
Keep watching. You gotta keep watching. Keep watching, motherfuckers. Y'all miss something. But anyway, we go over days with these two hating motherfuckers. We're gonna move on to AFC North. And they just back because I got teams going. And look, and keep quiet as kept. Washington on the motherfucking list too. So you bitch better act about it. Anyway, moving on.
We already know.
Now we're gonna talk the AFC. We're gonna talk the AFC Central. A lot of disappointment coming out of this division the last couple of years. Although they have a couple of the best quarterbacks in the league, they failed to have themselves in a position where they can go and knock off that man in Kansas City. Is this the year that somebody in this division knocks off Kansas City? That's the next question I want you all to answer as you go through and run your teams. I want you to answer that too. Is somebody in this division going to be one responsible? We already know one motherfucker's going to say something different. We already know that. But if this is the year one of these teams and one of these quarterbacks take it to the top and get their team to the promised land and get the ring, get the jury. Now, so what we're going to do is same rules as before. Same intensity. Keep this shit real. We're going 4-1. Tweety, run it.
AFC North. My number 4. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Come on, man. They ain't even got a damn quarterback right now. Who the hell they quarterback? Mason Rudolph?
Aaron Rodgers came out yesterday, was giving some cryptic signs and said he going to Pittsburgh. So he gonna be in Pittsburgh.
That shit ain't gonna make a difference. I don't give a damn. Not in this division. Not in this conference. That shit ain't gonna matter at all. All right.
Aaron Rodgers not a great quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers is 42 years old.
Is he a better pickup than Geno?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no. Y'all see Geno's the top 10 quarterback. PFF.
No, I don't agree with that either.
Oh
man.
my God.
I mean,
Hey,
look it up.
Geno is better than Aaron Rodgers right now. Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah,
ain't
look
shit,
it up.
please.
hey, look.
Top 10. Look it up.
If Geno is a top 10 quarterback,
Look it up.
then the tight end Denver picked up from Jacksonville is a top 5 tight end, which is a bullshit too.
He is. Obviously, you don't know football, but keep it
He ain't
moving.
no top 5. Get the fuck out of here. Go ahead.
Keep it moving. Yes, he is.
Go
Keep
ahead.
it moving because you don't know.
Go ahead.
All right, for number 3. I don't know if I should have put Cleveland in this vision or what, but yeah, Cleveland.
I was like, you put Cleveland. Can you put Cleveland higher than 3?
I don't know. You put Dallas in the mountain.
Hey, Dallas got talent, man.
Yeah.
Dallas got talent.
Who will be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns? That's the question of the evening. And I'm picking Shador. He's going to be the starting quarterback.
Game 1, day 1,
Game 1, week 1.
I think he probably come later, but I think he will be.
Oh, it'll be before they buy, after they buy, but I'm predicting week 1.
Flacco gonna start the season off.
Flacco's gonna start the season. Yeah,
oh shit, he gonna get hurt the first half.
Yeah,
and
they
then
might
Shador
happen.
gonna play. Then
He might.
He getting up there too. So it is what it is. But and then Deshaun Watson, he ain't playing this year. So
that's probably a good thing.
And I think he's
probably a
done.
good thing.
I think he's done for the Browns.
But they say that Deshaun has still been in the quarterback room, spread his bad luck everywhere and shit.
Oh shit.
They said he was in there. Yeah, he had some massage coupons and shit. Anyway.
Oh, well, he got married, so he good now. He should be straight.
That's why he give the coupons out.
Right.
All right.
I
got number 2. I got the Bengals. The Bengals number 2. I mean, I know the Bengals, Joe Burrow, and they start slow. They're gonna start off 0-2, 0-3. Hopefully they start off better this year than they have in a couple of seasons ago. Because every year they start off bad. They start off slow, but they pick it up in the second half of the season. We're gonna see what happens with Joe Burrow. But they paid everybody. They hold all the receivers, tight end, everybody. Everybody get paid over there. So if you want to get paid, go to Cincinnati, baby.
They ain't pay everybody.
you get paid. You ain't got to tackle nobody on that team.
Yeah.
They'll pay you though on the offensive side. On the defense side, might be a different story. Hendricks, he still ain't got paid.
Exactly.
But he might get paid later on, but he ain't got paid right now. He might get traded, so we'll see.
Hey, the money kind of showed after they paid all the receivers. Anyway,
all the receivers, they paid everybody. So
And
they got hell of an offense. They got hell of an offense, but that defense is suspect. So that's why I got them at number 2. And number 1, Baltimore Ravens. Let's see if they get over the hump this year. Let's see what they can do. Hopefully they can get over her because I want to see my man Lamar get a trophy, a ring. But they every time they go to the playoffs, they choke. I don't know what it is, what happens, but every time they get there, they just lose it. I don't know what it is, but we'll see. But I want my man to get a ring, though.
So what record do you give them in first place? What's your guess?
It's 12-5. 12-5 for the Ravens. Yeah. It's the same record they had last year. You know, they gonna do what they do. They always gonna do what they do.
Regular season champs.
Yeah,
Regular
that's
season
it.
champs. All right. Good list, sweetie. Appreciate it. Let's go ahead. Q, you up next. Why don't you go through your list?
You up next. All righty. Well, let's go through this scripted crypt.
Yeah. Straight up. Hey, America, pull up NFL.com and watch. It's gonna follow exactly what they say.
Yeah, okay. I tell you what, you'd be better to follow me than follow Mr. Dallas up to the mountaintop. I guarantee you that. All right. Let's start with our number 4. They get us in the dough. And that is going to be them Cleveland Browns. Doo-doo Browns and Cleveland Browns. You know what? You know what pisses me off about Cleveland, just right off rip, is when you look at the draft, when you look at them online and the stats and that and the other, and you look up draft, you know whose name shows up at the top of the list? Shedeur Sanders. Now this motherfucker he's the second quarterback drafted on their list, but yet and still he's up there at the top of the list. I'm sick of this. They done robbed this man of all kind of money, and now they're gonna parade him out there and use him as the savior eventually this season. So
they know what sells. They know what sells.
If you're gonna buy a Shedeur Sanders jersey, I probably would buy it off of his website. Peoples, get a man some homage, help him out a little bit. But yeah, Cleveland Brown, they made some moves. Yeah, but still a team in disarray. So I'm gonna put them in fourth place. Not gonna spend too much more time on them.
I was gonna say real quick, that nigga don't need no help. He just bought a Cleveland Brown color Rolls Royce that pulled up in the motherfucking parking lot. That nigga ain't need no help from nobody. Anyway, go ahead.
He's right about that. He was already paid. Yeah, but I got them going 4-13 and in fourth place this year. Them Cleveland Browns. Next, we're gonna move right on up the street to Three Rivers, Pittsburgh. What the hell is going on with Pittsburgh quarterback? Rodney said they alluded to Rodgers might finally be ready to quit doing his little holiday dance or whatever he liked to do in the offseason, which pisses everybody off. So that would be nice. So I'm kind of on the iffy about this one, even though I think that even without Aaron Rodgers, they still are close to being a 500 team because Tomlinson is just a good coach and he knows how to scheme and game plan and get those boys in order. But I'm gonna tell you, if Mason Rudolph is the quarterback this year, it's gonna be a struggle to get to 500. All right. So we got them as our third place team. And that's what we're gonna keep up. Oh, notable pickups. They did pick up offensive lineman. They helped with the line a little bit. Calvin Anderson, and they also picked up Big Play Slay. So that should help this team out a little bit. It would really be nice if they can get a quarterback to go with this. I'm really kind of sick of what's going on with Pittsburgh. They're such a great dynasty of a team, and to have them in disarray like this is just unreal. And people want to put it all on Tomlinson, but some of that I'm gonna put on the GM. You know what I'm saying? The GM is another reason why they kind of in this situation too. I'm not gonna put it all on the brother. All right, but right now Pittsburgh in third place. Next team up on the list in the second is gonna be them damn Bengals. And I tell you what, they signed everybody. They foolishly blew money, which is probably the reason why they're not gonna be able to resign Trey Henderson. But yeah, they fucked that off. So I just don't like the way they did shit. But I tell you one thing, they better get off to a good start. They first three games, Browns, Jags, Vikings. They better win all three of them motherfuckers. Because guess who they got next? Number 4, Martin. They got them Broncos coming up next. And they not ready for that Bronco defense. Bronco defense going to be in their ass. And that's a Monday night football game.
I have to agree with you on that one.
That's right.
Still at him too.
Yeah, I see you drafted
him too.
But he's a rookie. He probably gonna come off the bench. He probably
they come to Denver.
Yeah.
If they come to Denver, they taking the AL. Keep it moving.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
After that, they take that L to the Broncos. They got the Lions next week. Another good defense coming to whoop off in that ass. And after that, they got the Packers who possibly can get them. Next game
good
after
defense,
that,
the Lions.
Huh? Hell yeah.
Lions good defense. Okay.
Hell yeah, they got good defense.
Yeah, good defense last year too.
Yeah. And then they play the Packers. After that, followed by the rival, they got Pittsburgh. So, they always split or, and with Pittsburgh. So, that could be another lost one. So I'll tell you what, this team better get off to a fucking hot start or they're fucked. So we'll leave it at that. That's the second place team. Number 1, them damn birds, them Ravens. The Maven Haven Ravens, boy, they haven't lost too much. They traded away Zay Flowers, for a couple of draft picks to the Bills. But, they added DeAndre Hopkins, another, good wide receiver. They can help them out a lot. They already got Henry to go with that, so they got all the veterans. They got all the studs. Henry done made the guarantee. So I think they're gonna be poised to do their thing and get all the way and win the championship and get close to Super Bowl. Not saying they're gonna win it, but they'll be right there again to throw their name in the hat. 13-4 is what I got them finishing. First place team, baby.
13-4. Okay.
Yep.
We'll rock with that. Anybody any quick immediate feedback on that one or what?
Now they better start getting younger than older. The damn Ravens.
Who's that? Okay.
They can't be, picking up these old motherfuckers now. The Hopkins and the running back. You gotta get younger. You can't get older in the NFL. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. The only thing I say about the Ravens is the Ravens window is getting smaller and smaller. I mean, because they're getting to that point to where they had a couple years where they should have overthrown Kansas City, but they fucked it off, and they're gonna have to in the next year or two. I think this might be the last year. They gotta do something right away because their window's gonna close very soon. Even with a very good young Lamar Jackson, their window's gonna close because one thing we know about the NFL, you only have a certain window. Look, this shit don't last a long time. When you have your chance to take advantage of it, you gotta take advantage of it. And
yeah, they've had a long.
They already had a long. Yep, like you say.
They've had a long window. They're one of those franchises that's one of the premier, like Pittsburgh, where they show up and they're going to win X number of games. They got Lamar Jackson, but yeah, the window for Super Bowl is nearing the end because you probably got this is the last year for Derrick Henry. Super productive,
right?
Probably. So,
yep.
All right, appreciate it, Q Tweety. Hey, we're gonna take it. I'm gonna go next, and then Mark, we're gonna let you back clean up.
Yep.
This motherfucker. So, hey, for me, once again, did my homework. Rod got this shit locked. I know where to go. I know what these teams are gonna do. So I'm gonna say first and foremost, coming in last place, it's the obvious. But I think they will be a competitive team this year. They're going to have a super motivated defensive player because he's making so much money. The Cleveland Browns are going to be in fourth place in the division. And what I would say is the defense is going to be improved. They already got good corners with Hayton and them boys out on the corner. They got Myles Garrett's going to be motivated. I think the defense is going to hold their end and play closer to what they did a couple seasons ago under the ex guy for the Lions, Schwartz. And then I think on the offensive side, I think Flacco is going to bring a little stability early until he gets hurt. And then it's going to be Shadour's show. Now, I think Shadour is going to play good. Shadour probably game 4, game 5 is going to come in and take over, and he's going to play good. So I think Cleveland 100% is going to be the fourth place team, but they'll be an improved fourth place team. And as well, they're going to be very well lubricated because of those free coupons that I told you Deshaun Watson was passing out. Those free massage coupons. So
that's about it.
They're going to be loose.
That's about it. The only thing they're gonna have good, the only thing good they is gonna have is the massages because everything else gonna be some bullshit. But go ahead.
They're gonna be loose. All right. Number 3. Now this one I struggled a bit with because defense wins, but I struggle with a little bit for my third place team because defense wins, but then when you don't have offense, then like what's the offset there? I got to fall back on. I think Pittsburgh has fucked around too much. I think Pittsburgh is let Aaron Rodgers jerk them around and he's playing their games. I think they didn't do enough on offense. They picked up DK Metcalf, but they don't have anybody on the other side of them. They got Austin, they got Freiermuth in the middle, they got all the other things going on. I think with that, and they did okay with the running back. They got a running back in the draft, but I think Pittsburgh is going to struggle because of the quarterback situation. And I think Pittsburgh is going to come out. I think Tomlin gets his winning record once again, but I don't think that it's going to be enough for them to pull it off. And I think they are on the outside looking in. The playoffs are going to be 9-8. Defense is going to carry them to that 9 wins.
TJ Watt ain't there no more, is he?
Yeah, he's still there. Yeah, TJ Watt's still there. Yeah, TJ Watt's still there.
Number 2, the scrumble.
Number he want to get paid like everybody else. So. Number 2 on Big Rod's list. I think when I look at it, I think this team, they're the most solid offensive team in the division. I think up and down, when you look at the people today that they kept, I think they have a very solid offense. So my second place team, for the AFC North. Solid offense, great receivers. They have Chad Brown, who played an admirable job until he got hurt at the end of last season at running back. But unfortunately, the defense didn't. I think schedule is going to help them this year. But they have like the 15th or so ranked schedule for the season. So I think schedule is going to help them. I think they'll get off to a faster start. And then they're going to play 50-50 football. So I think Cincinnati actually this year plays a little bit better. I think they finish up at 10-7 as opposed to where they've been before. And I think they get into a wild card spot and make it to the playoffs. And they're going to be a dangerous playoff team because they can score and they can move the ball. Now, what I would say about number one, at least one team left. You already know who that is. The perennial primary contender that got that man over there on the sideline. Lamar Jackson finishing in first place in the AFC North on Rod's list is going to be Baltimore. I think they had a great offseason. They made some great moves to enhance their defense, in particular on the back end, enhance their back end defense. They picked up some corners and there's some things there. I still think they're a little lighter than I would like them to be on the receiver side. So, I do. But once again, when you get Lamar makes things happen that normal quarterbacks can't. And the threat of him moving around in the pocket and throwing the ball is going to be dangerous this year as well as last year. I think he's still going to be a heavy contender for the MVP this year. But nobody gives a fuck about Lamar and MVP. What you want to see is the fucking Ravens going to the Super Bowl. Now, do I think that's going to happen this year? And we'll go around on that question after Martin goes. But I would say the Baltimore Ravens, I'm going to stick it out. And I'm going to say yes. They're one of my teams. They're at the top of the fucking list pretty much. Baltimore Ravens, one of my teams. First place in the AFC North. They finished this season with a better record than they did last year. And because they don't lose games they should win this year like they did last year. And I think they end up with a 13-4 record on top of the AFC North. The Baltimore Ravens, bet it, book it, do whatever the fuck you want to do with it, but it's a winner. 13-4.
Motherfucker, you done said 8 fucking teams. And look, we done discussed 8 teams and you discussed 6 of them. So look, you can't lose. You can't lose. I mean, you can't fucking lose. I'm just saying. I mean, you can't lose.
4 out of 8 of them.
4 teams. So I
got 4 teams, goddamn. 4 out of 8. You shoot 50%. Goddamn. You shoot 50%.
And that's just today.
Hey.
Right. What the fuck?
Don't hate me, baby. I got a lot of football love to go around. The only problem I got with your list, is that you started off saying, you said defense wins. But then we talk about the Bengals, you said, oh, well, they get all the offense. But they fucked up on defense. And that was going to cost the Bengals. But what I was saying is this. In response to that, I was saying this. When you fuck around like the Steelers did, and you don't go get a quarterback, you're doing this last minute shit. Aaron Rodgers, you're gonna sign him, but he holding out because he don't want to go to mandatory mini camps and shit. That fucks your team up. So I think they're gonna have a problem with that shit all year long. Their continuity. This was Aaron Rodgers went out one day because he went out there one day and threw passes around with Metcalf. That ain't fucking enough. Pittsburgh.
That's why their winning record gonna be shut down this year.
And they didn't enhance their offense. They lost people on offense, Davenport and all those guys, and they didn't revamp to a level that's going to make them legitimate offensive. I think they're gonna struggle on offense.
Okay.
Exactly. That's why they don't have a winning record.
He's already for the best for fucking list out of the AFC North because y'all was some bullshit. Because you say one thing, but your actions show another. And I'm gonna break it down for you. At number 4 in the AFC North, it's the Cleveland Browns. That's obvious. That's an obvious choice. The quarterback room is fucked up. They're going to start out with Joe Flacco at the beginning of the year. I don't give a fuck what nobody else do. They're going to start with Joe Flacco at the beginning of the year. I just feel sorry because they actually have a lot of talent on the defensive side of the ball. Myles Garrett. I love Ward at the cornerback. And I love the tight end. Can somebody please say his name for me?
Njoku. I
love him at tight end. Yeah. They have talent on this team. But that quarterback room is just so fucked up. They in trouble. And then,
it's not like Pittsburgh.
It's the Cleveland Browns. And that's enough said.
Hey, America, not only am I the football aficionado, I'm also the spelling champ and the fucking English guy for this group. So that's why you asked me to help out. But anyway, go ahead.
Great job. Great job. Because
good job.
Hey, you can spell a lot of shit, but you don't know football. Great job. And look, that's what we get for it. Because you can spell the shit.
This shirt is fucking
Great
big,
job. I'm glad you can spell the shit. At number 3 in the NFC North, it's going to be the Cincinnati Bengals. And let me tell you why.
You better cut that shit out.
Let me tell you why. Hey, they have the offense. They did what they had to do on offense. Great job. Pick up the receivers. You got Joe Burrow. But like everybody, well, not everybody, but a few of y'all say it. It's crazy because a few of y'all say it. Defense wins. But they ain't taking care of the defensive players. And guess what? That's going to cost them. That's going to cost them. They're going to have all the offense in the world. Hey, just because you can score 30, but guess what? You're going to give up 35. So, no, you don't win. You got to say your defensive players. You don't win by just scoring points. You got to be able to get some stops. And that's something that Cincinnati do not have.
But if you talk about flipping a coin between them and Pittsburgh can't score.
Come on now.
Let me finish.
They only have for 13 to beat Pittsburgh. That's why. Go ahead.
Okay, you want me to finish my list?
Go ahead,
look, Cincinnati, like I say, they paid their offensive players, which is a great thing, but you got to have a balance. You got to have a balance in this shit. And if you don't play your defensive players, your number one defensive player your number one sack leader, and you tell me that you ain't gonna pay him, something is wrong. But now let me go to number 2, and I'm gonna tell you about number 2. The reason why Pittsburgh Steelers is gonna be number 2 on my list is
trash.
One thing about Pittsburgh, you can talk about now their quarterback room. I will say their quarterback room is fucked up. Their quarterback room is fucked up.
That's how you win.
But no. But tell me this. How have talent been winning all these fucking years with all these fucking bad quarterbacks and this and that? They found ways to win because they have a really good defense, and their offense is usually what costs them in the end, but they win with that good defense and playing smart. Defense,
in playoffs.
Look, Pittsburgh do this
Pittsburgh
do this every year. How many years have Tomlin won, has a winning record in the since he's been coaching? Could y'all tell me? He wins every fucking year with these fucking fucked up quarterbacks. Yeah. He has fucked up quarterbacks, but he still found a way to win. You know why? Because that defense is on point, and their defense is going to be on point again, and they will be number 2 in the AFC North because that defense and Tom and them know how to move stuff around and make plays on offense when they can to win enough, and they will be number 2 in the AFC North. Right, book that. They do it every year. I don't know what y'all motherfuckers watching.
Not this year.
They do it every year.
They can't do it.
At number one,
that's too much.
At number one, I got Baltimore. I think they have a probably top 3 running game in the league with Lamar and Big Boy in the back. Now they have messed up in the playoffs every time. No, they have messed up, man. I don't know what happened in the playoffs when they play Kansas City, but just overall, they will win the AFC North. I don't think they're ready for the next step, but I think they will win the AFC North. They're the best team in there.
Record is what? What you got for a record?
Baltimore this year will probably be, I'm going to go 12-5.
12-5 for Baltimore. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, America. Yeah. So, hey, amongst the teams that we discussed today, we'll throw it all in. AFC North, NFC East. Any of these guys winning the Super Bowl this year? Anybody say we got our Super Bowl winner coming out of those divisions this year?
No. I don't. Me personally, I mean, if you ask me, okay, we go step by step. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't think out of the AFC North, I have favorite Baltimore these last couple of years, but they have showed me they ain't ready for that big game, that big stage. They ain't ready for that because somehow, some way, they always find a way to fold up when it counts the most. So I don't have no faith in them. And the NFC East this year, I don't think Philly's going back to back.
No.
So I don't think in either one of these divisions you're gonna have a Super Bowl champion. Now these teams will go to. I mean, like Philly and Baltimore will go deep in the playoffs. But if you ask me to win a Super Bowl, no, I don't think neither one of these teams or divisions win the Super Bowl.
I
Only-
think I show it. Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead,
only thing I got is the Ravens. They're gonna get close. The Ravens is
Ravens
the only
close.
team that's gonna challenge either Buffalo and Kansas City. That's what I got. But
Okay.
I don't think the other teams. No, not at all.
Okay.
AFC, no.
How about you, Q?
No, ain't none of these teams good. I say Ravens get close. You know, they might have a chance, but ain't none of these teams got a chance. Everybody know the Super Bowl coming out. Super Bowl champion coming out NFC North.
Oh,
No, I know that. Come on.
Green
Don't
Bay?
start acting brand new.
You think Green Bay gonna win? Green Bay gonna win for real, my guy?
Yeah, get the
Green Bay
fuck
gonna
out of
win?
here. You hear that? You hear that from these
It's
Mr. Detroit? These the Detroit guys that been talking about Green Bay. No, it's coming from Detroit, baby. Let's go.
I ain't got to pick the team to love the city, baby.
Yeah,
Detroit is
okay.
right here. Detroit right here.
Man,
Hey,
man, that ain't what your mouth say on this episode.
so there you have it. There you have it, America, Bangladesh, India, and all our female viewers out there. There you have it. Our picks
Ladies.
for the AFC North and the NFC East. You can do what you want to, but you can take Rod's picks and book them. And as we always say, around this time, go ahead, Tweety, hit them.
Like and subscribe.
Ta-da!
We need
Let's
you.
go.
We love you. What up, Detroit? Peace out.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Bangladesh, what up? What up, though?
Dope.